Hello, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. This is your tarot and oracle reading for Eclipse season 2025. So on March 14th, we will have the lunar eclipse in Virgo, and then on March 29th, we will have the solar eclipse in Aries. Between these two dates, it's going to be a time of intense change, transformation, emotion for everyone. And we will be able to pick up on these energies in the weeks before as well as the weeks after this eclipse season. So it's very important to see the areas of life in which you will be experiencing these transformations, so that way you get a good idea of what's in store for you. At the end of the day, listen to your intuition though when it comes to what you feel will be changing for you during this time. So Leo, you have change, just in general, change. So a lot will be changing for you. The winds of change are kissing you at this time and blowing through your life. It says, don't scare yourself with the next 40 steps. All you need is that one next action. You can say to love, just show me the first step and change me into one who can take it. Very beautiful messages there. Yes. So this card comes with a feeling of being overwhelmed. Some of you guys may have gotten yourself into quite an ambitious project, goal, or dream. Or, you may be feeling a little bit insecure even about certain areas of your life that are about to change drastically. So, for example, let's just say you've been really anxious in your head about your finances, okay? That is the area of life that will be changing the most during eclipse season, and that's why you're starting to get this sense of pressure, this sense of anxiety, because it's about to change rapidly, and those quote-unquote negative feelings that you have around it, it's sort of the fuel that will be leading you to drastic change and transformation during this eclipse season. Does that make sense? So where in your life are you feeling anxious is what I would say currently at the time that you're watching this. That is the area that eclipse season is going to drastically change for you. There may be multiple areas with varying levels of anxiety or pressure. It's either like an anxiety or a pressure that you're feeling. Those are the areas that will be changing for you. That's what I'm seeing, okay? It'll look different for everyone watching though, so it's going to be hard to get very, very specific. I'm picking up on the energy of some people where it's like financially, something's got to give because you may be living beyond your means, or it may be unstable, and you may be in this state of mind of like, well, I have to survive, Same thing with relationships, there could be something about your relationship or your love life that cannot keep going. It's like I'm picking up on a sense of this is not sustainable. We can't keep going on like this forever. Something's got to change eventually. And there's a sense of anxiety, pressure, and urgency almost to, figure out what that change will look like. So that's the area that eclipse season will be changing for you. You have soul solitude coming out as your message from your spirit guides. And this says your soul needs attention. There are moments when it's important to get away, not just from the noise of the outside world, but to find a place where your soul can experience peace and quiet, a place for soul solitude. This is a time to pause, a time to reflect, a time for you. So what I'm seeing here, Leo, now normally you are a very social sign. Leo loves to be the center of attention. Generally, a lot of Leos that I know are extroverted, or at least introverted extroverted, and what this eclipse season is asking of you, the problem that you're experiencing, whatever is causing you anxiety, you need some alone time to really work through that problem. Okay, so for example, let's just say you're anxious about your health, and it's like you keep putting this pressure on yourself to get into shape, or maybe that you need to burn some fat for your health, or maybe even gain a little bit of weight, whatever your goals are. And it's like, if you have a packed schedule filled to the brim of social activity, working, responsibilities, whatever, and you're not leaving yourself any time to either like go to the gym or make yourself some great meals, whatever it may be, that's what needs to change here. And that's why the soul solitude card's coming out, because it's literally saying you need more alone time to do those things, to work through this issue. Does that make sense? And whatever this issue is, this is a karmic issue because you've been distracting yourself from it for a long time. The unhappiness of like being unhappy with your body or being unhappy with your financial situation, being unhappy with your relationship, whatever it is that is causing you anxiety right now, Spirit is saying you have been distracting yourself from resolving this issue. You've been distracting yourself with either work or relationships, chasing after love, flirtations, or packing your schedule. You're packing your schedule, that for sure, with something that is not working through the problem. Okay, and Spirit is saying disappear. Disappear during this eclipse season and just work on this issue and sit in that uncomfortability, sit in that anxiety. Don't try to distract yourself. Take a break. Say no. Take a break from all of these social things and this and that. Unless the thing that you're feeling anxious about is needing to be more social, needing a community. Then in that case, it's like stop distracting yourself with other responsibilities. You know what I mean? Are you picking up what I'm saying here? Like this eclipse season is asking you to really buckle down and work through this issue that is causing you anxiety, okay? For example, if this is anxiety in a relationship, you may need alone time with your partner to really bond or figure out this issue that you're having. We have the Three of Wands coming out in reverse. Yeah, one thing's for sure, you're definitely not living the life of your dreams right now. I am seeing that. And that may be why you're feeling this pressure, this anxiety, because you have a desired outcome here, a desired energy that you want to experience, but you're not currently in that reality. And eclipse season will be working in your favor to really... I'm seeing eclipse season is putting some pressure on you, making the changes that you need to make in order for this dream reality to enter. Nine of Swords reversed. Yeah, this is that pressure, that sense of panic, anxiety, depression. As morbid as this sounds, or as depressing as this reading might sound to you, I want to illuminate that it's actually kind of working in your favor. Okay, you may be thinking, wow, great. So this is going to be an eclipse season where I am emotionally all over the place and just not happy. But here's the thing. You have been unhappy, Leo. You have been dissatisfied with that area of life or those areas of life. And that sense of unhappiness has been within you all along for a long time is what I'm seeing. This could have been years in the making. Right? And the reason why you weren't feeling it so directly is because you've been distracting yourself. Does that make sense? So it's like, for example, you're very insecure or unhappy about your money situation, your career situation. And instead of taking the time to sit in that insecurity and allow it to be the pressure to make you either apply to jobs that are good paying or go to school or work on a skill that will bring you money, whatever it may be, instead of doing that and sitting in that discomfort and allowing that discomfort to be the motivation to fix the problem in a more permanent way, you have been chasing after something else that has been a distraction. Like maybe you've been really pouring a lot of energy into your relationships, your friendships, and sort of waiting for that Prince Charming or Princess Charming to come through and, take all your problems away or whatever the case may be. I can't go too specific because there's multiple people watching, but you get the point. Apply it to your own life. And Spirit is using this eclipse season to sort of take that distraction and pull it out of your life and look you in the eyes and say, you need to sit in this discomfort, because it's not that, oh, you were happy before and now all of a sudden the stars are aligning in a certain way and it's causing you to become crazy. No, that craziness was always there. That unhappiness, that discomfort was always within you. And it was just buried deep underneath these distractions. And all eclipse season is doing, they're saying, listen, don't point the finger at me. Okay, Mama Moon, Daddy Sun, they're saying, don't look at us. This was always something that was an issue. And we are simply removing the blinders that you put on the issue, okay? Okay, and now if, for example, the highly, highly evolved Leos, the Leos who may be older, who's done a lot of soul searching and work in their life, they may not necessarily be experiencing this so directly. This may be something going on in the people around them that they're working through and moving through, okay? Or it may be happening at like a less severe degree to which we're explaining it. We have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, I feel like for a lot of you, the thing that is causing you anxiety has to do with a sense of security, financial security, security in your own health, like feeling at home in your body, beautiful in your body, and commitment. How committed are your relationships? So those three areas really seem to be the most prominent for me, like what I'm picking up for you guys. So, I don't know. Listen to your intuition, though. We have the Eight of Cups upright. Yeah. Okay. Your intuition is really guiding you towards the light, towards the truth of this situation. And Eight of Cups is a card of big change. It's you walking away from the way that you've always done things. Walking away from, chasing dissatisfying relationships, chasing distractions basically, and facing the truth of your situation head on, finding that soul solitude, more alone time to really sit with this issue. We have the Nine of Wands. You've worked so hard already to get yourself to a state of peace, and I don't want to discount that at all. You've done a lot of soul searching already. You've done a lot of work to protect your mental health, set up healthy boundaries in your relationships, and so Spirit wants to commend you for that. And you may be rewarded for the hard work that you've been doing during this eclipse season. But this really feels like a time of going within, protecting your own peace, and creating change that will really make you happy. And yeah, final card out is the Ten of Wands. Wow, this is a card of responsibilities. This eclipse season will be a busy time for you, but it's not busy in the sense of, I have a million things on my social calendar. It's busy in the sense of, I have been ignoring a problem in my life for so long. And that problem has been feeling heavier and heavier and heavier as time goes on. And now I have to sit with my own emotional baggage that is tied to this problem and the little problems that stemmed off of that bigger problem. It's like you've been ignoring an issue in your life, right? And that issue never went away, even though you were distracting yourself with other things that made you feel happy temporarily. There was still this core issue that was blocking you from really experiencing a true, full sense of happiness and peace and satisfaction with life. And now you're seeing very clearly that you've been ignoring this for too long. And the hard truth about this eclipse season is that this is a time where you're finally going to sit and detangle that issue. And it's going to feel like a heavy burden. It's not going to be a pleasant experience. I'm not going to lie to you. It's not going to be a pleasant experience. An example that's coming through here is like if somebody's been ignoring their health for so long and just really not taking care of themselves, and instead maybe they were focusing on the beautiful friendships they have and fashion and, hobbies, everything except for their health. Everything they did was a distraction from this deeper sense of not being healthy, not being satisfied. And now it's like, for whatever reason, and it could just be a spiritual reason, like, you just have more clarity at this time, or it could be, something more dramatic is actually coming up that is forcing you to face this problem head on. And it's like, you're finally sitting with that core issue. And it's like, there's a lot to unpack here. There is a lot of change that needs to take place. And, it's not easy to do that, but it feels right. And you'll feel that it feels right. Like, even though it's not going to be easy for that person in that circumstance to recognize, I need to make serious change in my life in order to support my health, it feels like the right thing to do. And there is a sense of motivation and inspiration that comes with doing that. So it's not all bad. You know, you are going to feel motivated. You are going to feel inspired. You're going to feel like you're doing the right thing, even though it's difficult. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. Just try not to get too overwhelmed with what you realize you're going to have to do. Does that make sense? For example, in that example, the person who's been ignoring their health, they may realize, oh my gosh, it is going to be very difficult for me to, like, let's just say they're like 100 pounds overweight, for example. They may be saying, it is going to be quite a long journey and quite difficult for me to lose that 100 pounds. Okay? And that person may be getting very overwhelmed, like with the future of it. And spirit would be saying to that person, don't get overwhelmed. Just focus on what you can do today and keep focusing on what you can do today. You don't have to worry about the next 40 steps, you know? Just focus on the step that's in front of you. And I think that that's very beautiful, you know? And when you look at it in that way and you approach it from a place of health, wellness, true self-love, and not from a place of, oh, I need to look this certain way, or I need to appear this way to other people. When it comes from a place of, I am doing this because I myself want to feel better, your chances of succeeding and continuously being disciplined in taking care of this issue skyrockets. Like, you will succeed. Okay, thank you so much for joining me, Leo. Definitely watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs to get the fullest overview of this week, or this eclipse season. And subscribe. I will be posting bonus readings again on the weekends, so make sure you're subscribed for that, plus the weekly readings every week. And yeah, if you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. I also offer my intention oils there, shamanic life coaching sessions there, as well as my online tarot reading course, so check it out. Bye-bye.